Hi, Ken.
I read.
Jesse Puljujärvi got a goal last game. I know you've spoken about a lot of the things you like about him, and the line, at least today at practice, was he with McDavid and Nugent-Hopkins. Can you maybe expand on what you hope Puljujärvi can accomplish or continue to accomplish with those two guys?
Well, I feel like his next step is to get his tempo higher. And that's why we're putting him on a line that has more tempo. We're putting him on the power play where he has to do things quicker. I'm not sure either one is going to work long term, but I know that if I can get him up another level tempo-wise, with the way his conscience is on the ice defensively, he's going to make a good teammate. So why not play him with the fastest player on the team and maybe even in the league and see if he can keep up? And that's what we want to do with these next 2 days of practice. Based on 1 day, 5-on-5, he looked very good. And he looked a little bit not up to speed on the power play stuff. So we'll take another day on the power play tomorrow, and hopefully he continues to improve 5-on-5. And now we got another step where he can start doing things off the rush, and then we get a more complete player.
And you have 3 players on this team who have been consistent point producers. If I look at McDavid, Draisaitl, and Nugent-Hopkins, the last couple of years, McDavid has played with one of those 2 guys, and the other guy has been a center on another line. Like, in your mind, are they all 3 interchangeable in terms of combos? Like, but you want always two together.
Yeah, I would prefer that 2 play together, and one of the reasons I want to try Leon at center ice is I see the way that Leon negates the other team's top players, competitively wise, and I love that. And I want to put him on a good line that can score off of the way that he negates people. He's competitive, and he's got great hands for a big man, and he can push other people out of the game. And I want to take advantage of that. So I'm looking more at a 1-2 punch, which seems to be where the league's going now. And so I want to try this and take a look at it and see how it looks.
A couple of things. No Larson today.
Yeah, he's going to be, he took a shot last game in the foot, and we opted to give him, whether we think he's going to skate tomorrow, but he's certainly a player, but we opted to get it to 100% for the game on the 22nd rather than risk doing more damage during the practices.
Larson, or not Larson, Russell, what's the story with him?
Jimmy, he skated yesterday and was just okay. I think he's going to skate again tomorrow, but I don't anticipate him playing until the first game after Christmas on the 22nd. So we are kind of hopeful that he could play on the 22nd, but it looks like it's more towards the 27th.
More on Sekera. I mean, he is skating now with you. He doesn't have the no contact. So is it one of those things you got to get him down to the Bakersfield to see if he can play?
Yeah. I think we're looking to get a green light based on endurance. There's certain measuring sticks that the training staff has with Sekera that have to be met. He's getting a lot better, but he hasn't met those criteria, and until he meets that, then they won't let him go to Bakersfield. So now he's going to be as close to a full participant with us as possible, but until he meets that criteria, he's not going to be able to go there. And then the step is obviously go down there, play for a little bit, and then come back here and play.
Ken, the team's had a pretty busy stretch of games over the last few weeks. Today, obviously, an opportunity to have a full practice. What was the main objective that you wanted to accomplish, and how did you feel that kind of went through?
Well, this is the 4th full practice I've had since I've been here. So 4 practices in a month isn't very good. And we wanted to really go over stuff. Some stuff we put in place today is the first time since I've been here we've been able to do this stuff. Face-offs, in-zone activity. So tomorrow's practice will be short and Chris getting ready for the game, but we wanted to put a lot of teaching part, especially into the second phase of the practice, and mission accomplished. So now we have some communication stuff that hopefully becomes automatic with the players now.
A couple of things, Lucic not with Brodziak and Cassian, why?
Yep. We need more participants. We need more people involved in the outcome of the game. And so the experiment is to have the influence of Luch on one end and Cassian and Brodziak on the other end to have the influence to help people get to another level. And I can always go back to safety, but it does not give me four lines that can play. It prevents me from having any depth, from having four lines. And so I wanted to try this over the next two practices. Today was very good, but we'll see how it looks tomorrow. The excitement of being on new lines today, we'll see how it looks tomorrow, but I liked what I saw today. But I need Luch to influence a couple of guys, and then I need obviously Brodsky and Cass to get in a checking mindset with another couple of players.
Just change the subject. Berglund, what do you remember about him, and would he look good playing for the Edmonton Oilers?
Well, I'm not quite understanding that whole story. Bergie was obviously a good player for us for a long time, but that's in somebody else's wheelhouse and not up to me. But, I feel badly for him and the organization for the way this has gone about. But if something happens and Peter wants to talk to me about him, I'll tell him everything I know about Bergie. And like I said, I had him all 6 years, so I know him quite well.
Ken, Jujhar was playing very well prior to his suspension. What's the plan with him out going forward?
It's going to hurt. I think we found a really good player. I think he's a player that's going to be a top 9 forward for us. He looks like both him and Jesse look like they're capable of contributing in a top 9 way. And that's quite frankly why I left that line. That's going to be a line after the 27th, we hope. But I saw a lot in JJ that maybe gives us a chance to have a really good third-line center. And hopefully he can continue to grow and develop quickly here. But I saw a lot of good things. To me, he's coming fast on elements that can really help you win hockey games.
Does Spooner slot in for him then? Or?
Yeah, Spoons is going to play right wing, though. He's more comfortable playing right wing. He's not really comfortable playing center. So that's where he had all his success in Boston, and that's where we're going to leave him.
Power play, obviously you had a rough night, and I know you mentioned after the Tuesday game you want to get that going a little bit. Ken, is it pace? Is it alignment? Is just a concept of how you want to attack? What is it? I got to be honest with you, when you look back on it, it's missed opportunity. It's the frustration that grows from missing. Like if you look at the first 2 power plays we get in every game, we're dynamic, but we haven't been finishing. So I think the last 3 power plays we got, we were a little bit frustrated because the first 2 we had all the no-brainers, and I think that we've hit the reset. The one element I got to tell you, though, is that the rotation across the top was too slow, way too slow. And it got sped up today at practice with the coach barking and the players accommodating. And it looked much more like it did before. So technically that's the one element, but missed opportunities, especially when it's just you and the goalie, lead to frustration, and that's what's happened to us.
Ken, after Saturday's game, your players will have 4 nights to themselves. They'll be able to, some of them, enjoy Christmas with their families. How important is that for you as a coaching staff, that your players kind of get that break and, don't have to kind of jam it all in?
Well, the players, there's a lot going on, like between the players' charity functions, the players' own parties, the team's functions. There's a lot going on, so the nights are busy. But the part I like about this time of year is that the players for a few days get to feel and act normal. So they get to do the same things other people do and attend functions that other people do, and they're not stuck at the rink listening to some hockey coach bark at them or whatever. So we got a little bit of a break, and I think the players have done a great job in taking advantage of it, and will do until we play on the 22nd, and then we get another nice break. So energy-wise and health-wise, hopefully we're going to be in good shape by the 27th.